hop off the plane, hit the ground running.
What's up? You've entered the dungeon, and today we have my man YikeMike in the building. What's good, man? How you doing?
What's up?
I'm doing good. And we got a lot of love from the IE, man, because like you're also from the IE, you said, right?
Yeah, right, y'all.
Yeah, our homie right here, Donatello, he's also from the
For
IE.
real?
We had an interview with him last time for our last episode on our other channel, but yeah, you're our first guest on our new channel, on the Enter the Dungeon channel. So you had like a pretty big year, man, last year with the singles that you had. You had Blueface. You had some songs with like YBN Nahmir. You also had a song with One Take J.
Yeah.
Also, how'd you get connected with Blueface at first?
Blueface. It was a lot of like people hitting me up. Like I was still in high school. I was a senior.
You're a senior right now?
Nah, I'm
Or
a college
you
now. I'm a freshman. But yeah, I was a senior in high school, and people was telling me, like, showing me these videos, like, oh my god, this guy is so funny. Like he.
So he was like a meme basically before like.
Yeah, like
Before
he
you
wasn't
met
really like people wasn't taking him serious, but he did have like a good song, that Dead Lokes. Like a lot of people was messing with that song a lot. But like his other songs, they would make fun of him, like his voice, whatever.
Yeah, I remember like that was the one that they that he went to all like the high schools with. Remember, like he was like
Yeah,
he was
this
performing on
before
top of that fucking Beamer.
Yeah, this was before all that. Like before he did
yeah.
all of that.
It was like 2017, right, or somewhere around then.
2018.
2018?
May. It was like around May. I hit him like, and then I was like, I DM'd him. I was like, hey, we should make some. And he replied quick. Like he wasn't really booming like that. Like I think he had like 13,000 followers
At that time?
Yeah.
Damn, he has like 4 million followers right now, I think. Right?
Yeah. Now he's booming.
Now he's like fucking booming. Like
Yeah.
that sounds like fucking Cardi B. All
Yeah,
that.
everybody. But like this was like before everything. And I hit him in the DMs like, oh, we should make some.
Was it all like in studio or was it like?
Nah, I hit him up on Instagram on the DMs,
And then he fucking.
And then I got his number, or he gave me his number, and
Uh-huh.
I was texting. I was just sending beats, and then I had just made a beat from scratch. Like I was like, I feel like I see the potential. Like I don't know me, I could see what rappers are gonna come up. Like I just feel like I just know. Cause like everybody asked me, oh, how do you know these rappers? Like I was hitting them before they was famous. Like I be knowing a lot of these rappers are gonna come up. I'm just like I just have the ear. I feel like, but I hit Blueface and I was like, all right. He was like, I want something groovy. Cause the first couple beats I sent him, he wasn't really he wasn't really messing with him. Like I had to adjust to like his flow.
So you sent him like a stack of beats, or you sent him like a couple beats, and he was just like.
At first I sent him a stack of beats, and he wasn't really messing with them. And he was like, I want something groovy. And I was like, all right, something groovy. So then the first beat I made from scratch, like specifically for him, was the Next Big Thing beat.
Next Big Thing?
Yeah, and then I made that like specifically for him. And then he was messing with that beat. And then he made that song, and that was like in the summer. I forget what month it came out. But that came out, and then he was like, send some more. So I made another beat from scratch, which was the Two Cocks beat.
Oh, you did Two Cocks?
Yeah,
Oh,
me and Jug. So we did that, and he was messing with that, and he put one of his friends on, D-Loke or something. So he had him on the feature. And then, like, it was right after. And then the thing is, that song, The Next Big Thing, that was like his first song on World Star. So,
yeah,
like,
I remember that. I was fucking like laughing to that shit. I was like, this shit's crazy.
Yeah, like it was like, and then it became
At first it was the Respect My Crippin'.
Yeah.
I remember he did, and it was actually 3 who showed me. He was like, look at this shit. It's the fucking World Star shit, and I was just like, this is fucking. At first I thought it was like funny. I was like,
Academics.
Yeah, I was like on academics and shit, and then like at first I was like, this is fucking funny. He's just like offbeat, and it took me like a day or two to like really like that shit. I was like,
yeah, it grows on you for sure.
Oh yeah, it does.
That's like, I don't know what it is. Like he got something, it just grows on everybody.
I was just like, this like everybody was like, oh, this is some new shit, but I'm like the offbeat style, but I was just like, it seems like some shit that I also heard before, like prior, like fucking like some 90s shit.
I feel like I haven't heard nothing like that before, which
like
is why
sugar, I mean like the OGs like Sugar Free and all that.
Yeah.
Like they were all like fucking E40 and all them. Like that's what they always compare him to, like E40 and shit.
Yeah. I honestly, when I first heard him, I was like, this kind of sounds kind of new. Like I don't think I've heard anything like. And then the thing is, his bars be like, like if you put two and two together, you can like his bars be meaning like some crazy stuff. Like
I know.
Like the mopping. What was the
It's like mop the floor, hide the wet sign.
Yeah, the catch him slipping. Like that is like pretty clever. Like you gotta re-listen to his songs to like think about what he's talking about.
He's getting a lot of momentum though. Fucking his last couple of features, he had like fucking what was it, G-Eazy and like Cardi B and like all of them on the fucking track.
Yeah.
Like what was it, like the Tatiana remix and all that shit?
Yeah,
That shit's fucking
a lot
crazy.
of people hopped on the Tatiana remix.
How'd you get started into making beats?
Well, honestly, I really like music ever since I was like got introduced to it growing up. So like I wanted to like make my own. So I got into like Magic's Music Maker at first because FL Studio like I use now, but it was too complicated for me.
Wait, what was it called?
Magic's Music Maker.
Oh,
I don't even think it exists anymore. It was old.
Oh shit.
But it was basically like loops, and you would just put loops together.
Magic's
Yeah,
like,
Magic's was when I first started off on
Use
because it was
Magic.
easy to use. It was just like they had a bunch of loops, and you just add the loops together. And then I wanted to like make more like from scratch. Like people kept saying, make more beats from scratch. So I got into FL Studio, was on like looking up tutorials on YouTube. I met a lot of producers like on Instagram, and they would like FaceTime me and teach me how to use a lot of the techniques in FL. And then like I also like hit up like big producers like DP Beats. I don't know if you heard of.
I think I heard of him.
He made like a lot of Chief Keef songs like Sosa Chamberlain.
He did Sosa Chamberlain?
Yeah.
That was off. Was it Back from the Dead 2 or like?
I think it was Sorry for the Wait, isn't it?
It was Sorry for the Wait. The fucking.
I think
the
it was.
parody of that shit. That shit's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, but so I like DP. He helped me a lot, and like that's kind of like where I got my because people like to say like my 808s are like they like my bass. So I got my like influence from him. Like I tried making like that to the West Coast side. He did the trap, so I wanted to do like make it to like the West Coast sound like 808s.
Were you always making West Coast though, or was it just
Nah,
like?
I first started off my first genre. I started off when I was in Magic's. I was making like electric music, like dubstep, EDM,
Oh, shit.
electric music like that. And then because when I first listened to music, it was like Dead Mouse and Skrillex. Like I was into like electric music when I first started listening to music, and then I got into hip hop. So then I started making trap music after that, and then lastly, like I just started making like that West Coast music.
So it was like of recently that you started making like the whole West Coast shit.
Yeah, I just started doing that.
I remember in like middle school, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, you should listen to fucking Dead Mouse and
Yeah, I was on that wave. Like people kept telling me that.
yeah."
Like
They were all like, "Oh
listen to
yeah,
that.
dubstep this, dubstep that." I mean, I didn't get it. It took me a while to like understand that type of music. And then finally, when I got into it, I was just like, "Oh, this is fucking cool."
Yeah, it was good. I like sound. Like I like different types of sound.
So how'd you get connected with because I know you did a song. You have an unreleased song with YBN right now, right?
A couple, yeah, a couple now.
Because I remember on his Instagram he had posted a song and I think
Freestyle.
yeah, that one.
Yeah, that honestly, cause that beat was originally like I did like originally when I was doing like my West Coast beats, I did like the challenge beats for Almighty Suspect.
Oh yeah, Almighty Suspect.
I did like all those
Yeah.
challenge beats, and then those got big, like really big. Like that started like a whole wave. Like people were starting to do beat challenges, like winner gets a free beat or money or cash prize or whatever. So I was doing that with Almighty, and then one of our challenge beats was the You Bullshittin challenge. It was like a remix of the You Bullshittin by Sugar Free.
Yeah.
So we remixed that, me, OMG, and Chill Out Mar, the other producers. And then like that challenge went big. Like a lot of people was like messing with that beat and did remixes and videos. And then Nahmir hopped on it, and I was like, how did it get this far? Like clearly he was messing with it. And then like from that beat, like people like Ugly God, he hit me up. He
Ugly
was
God
messing
hit
with
you
the
up?
beat, yeah.
That shit's crazy.
And then that beat just kind of like set it off. And then Nahmir followed me on Instagram and DM'd me like, hey, we gotta work. And then he gave me his number, and then we just started like just connecting more. Now we got more music coming out. He's working on his album, so we doing more stuff on that.
You're like clicked in with most of like the new, like the whole, like other than Blueface of course, but like the whole new West Coast of rap, like Easy Chike, like
Chike.
Yeah.
Chike.
You been in the studio with them?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, you're about to go to the studio.
Yeah, I got a
like,
session right after
that's
this.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But that's crazy though.
Yeah. I got some with Shoreline, Phoenix flexing.
Oh, you got Phoenix flexing?
Yeah, I got him. I don't got OGZ yet at the time of this interview, but soon I'll probably get some with him.
Yeah, me and O-Boy actually saw him at saw Shoreline Mafia at Shrine back on May 3rd. They actually I remember this like while they were like playing and shit. I think Cypress was playing, but
Cypress.
Yeah, Cypress. I heard YikeMike. Like I remember. I heard
Oh,
the tag. I was
you
like,
probably talking about that unreleased song, the song.
Was it that?
It might be because
I forgot. I remember I did hear your tag though at the fucking thing. We also heard our homie Eps's tag on there on that shit. But yeah, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff with them for sure.
You mostly like in studio with most of the rappers from the West, or most of these rappers, like they're under I think R Baron, TK Baron, you know TK
Atlantic and TK Baron,
yeah. I actually like tweeted. I was like they should all get the fucking double XL freshman list. Like, but then he like hit me up. He was like, "No, we're trying to go for the cover on this one with like all of them."
Yeah, I feel you.
And what kind of music were you? What kind of like were you listening to like West Coast music like early on though? Like or like, I mean, aside from dubstep and all them, but like
the first song I've ever listened to that was hip hop that I got introduced to was "Making Nasty" by Tyga. That was like the first hip hop song I've ever listened to. Like that.
Making Nasty?
Like yeah, from like Skrillex and Deadmau5, first song I introduced to. Like I always remember it was Tyga, "Making Nasty," and then it was a lot of Tyga. And I got introduced to Lil Wayne from my uncle, and I listened to that whole Carter 4.
Oh, Carter 4?
Yeah.
That album's fucking crazy.
And then I got introduced to 2 Chainz, based on a true story, that album. I listened to that whole album, and then that's how I started getting into that. And then eventually YG started coming in, and like a lot of Mustard. And I was like, I like this sound, and then I just started like getting into more hip hop.
Bro, YG was like all of freshman year for me. That was like a crazy moment. And
I was like middle school, 6th grade, I think, when I was listening to YG.
To YG?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like once YG came in, I was just like, this is like the craziest shit of all high school. It had all the bangers on that shit, like fucking Mustard.
The whole album, Just Red Up 2, that whole album was just all bangers.
What was it?
Just Red Up 2.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember. I knew YG like early on. I remember like the Tooted and Booted days and shit, of course. But like then he had another mixtape. It was like the Jerkin mixtape, and then from there I was like, this shit's fucking cool. Then he had Bitches Ain't Shit in like 2012.
That was like setting the bar right there.
Yeah, that song was also crazy. But yeah, Mustard, we got to give him a lot of credit though, since he started this whole like sound going on like that. I mean, not started, but like kind of like helped influence.
Yeah, he did in LA, because it was. I know it was like in the Bay Area, like they've been doing that type of sound, and the Mustard brought it out here, and then people, and then from there it just started like new sounds started coming out, and shoot, who knows what's gonna be out in the next couple years? Like it's gonna be a new sound. Like the sound's definitely evolving.
Yeah, when like 2017 came, I remember it was all like 160 BPM.
Yeah,
for
it was
like
a lot of Uzi.
Yeah,
like, I feel like 2016 Uzi
Trippie Red.
Yeah.
That was like such a wave. 6ix9ine started coming out, then Gummo started playing. I remember then the fucking beef happened, XXX.
Yeah.
Then I remember like we were kind of saying back in, I forgot when it was like early on, like when we heard like this one beat from this one producer, like we were like, the whole 180 BPM, like it started like things are gonna get faster with fucking music.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, I can't believe it, like all this, like the whole sound like started eventually, like right when Blueface came around, like that's when I was like, this shit's gonna pop.
Yeah. It was like an evolution. I feel like it just keeps evolving every year.
You also DJ on your free time?
Yeah, I just started DJing. Like I just started. Cause like I was like I like music, so I want to do everything. I wanted to be an engineer too, but I didn't really have enough free time because I got school. So it's like DJing is kind of easy. I was kind of familiar with it, and I already had turntables before. So like I just started getting into it. I bought some speakers, and then I just started like telling people like, oh, if you need DJ, hit me up.
Yeah, I remember like you posted on like a mansion party.
Yeah, I do a lot of those now. I like doing those because it's like a lot of like diversity. House parties, I feel like it's like the same people that go, the same group of people. And it's like you're not really networking, but like at the mansion parties, it's a lot of white people. So it's like they got bread, they know people, so you're just meeting more people and you're getting more connections. And like sometimes these white people, like not to be like a racist, but it's like the main people is be like the white people. Like they got the mansions, they got the money, so they bring out like rappers and stuff because they got the money to do it. So they'll bring out more people. So then like connections form, networking. It's like. I like to network a lot because, like, that's how you
Is that where you got connected with most of your with most of the rappers that you work with?
Yeah, a lot of networking, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really so much DMing and like, hey, check my music out. It's so much like I meet them in person. Like most of these rappers, I kind of like I met in person a lot, or it was like I met through somebody and we just linked. Like when I met Almighty Suspect, I was at my I don't know if you're familiar with Fat Meech.
I know Fat Meech. Yeah, I know Fat Meech.
Yeah, the brothers and Doa. So I was at Fat Meech's house because I knew Fat Meech before he was rapping. Like he was doing clothing, and I met him from football. One of my teammates knew him, so I got connected with him through that, and he started rapping. And then I went to his house one time, and Almighty Suspect had hit him to link up. So I got connected with Almighty Suspect through him, and then from there, Almighty came over, and I was showing him beats, and then me and Almighty got cool, and then I went to a studio session later down the line with Almighty and some other people, and then that's when he heard the Becky, I don't know, the Becky challenge.
Oh yeah, the Becky challenge. I heard. I keep seeing that shit.
Yeah, that was like what kickstarted me, cause originally that was for another rapper. He told me to remix the Becky by Plies and add some like bass or whatever.
I remember Becky by Plies.
Yeah, so I remixed that, and then Almighty said, "Oh, we're gonna go viral with this. We're gonna turn it into a challenge," and then that kickstarted all the challenge beats from there. That's when I started going up from there.
This was like 2018, you said, or
this was 2016, 2017. Yeah, I was 16, 17 when all this happened.
Shit, at that time I was like just graduating high school at that time.
Yeah, I was a junior, sophomore. I was a sophomore going to junior year when all this stuff started happening. And like back then, like everybody was like, "Oh, your beats suck. You're trash." Like people didn't really believe in me like that. So I just had to like prove them wrong, like go hard.
Dude, it took me a while cause I started making beats like with them and shit. I started making beats, and I started using Ableton at first. That shit was like
that's too complicated and pointless for me. Like I feel like FL Studio is like nobody should use anything except FL Studio because like it's easy to collab. Everybody has it. VSTs are easy to like.
Yeah, see, he knows because he like switched on to FL Studio like not too long ago. But at first, like I was just like, this is so. I don't know. It's so in the box and like it's so hard to use. I mean, if I'm doing like Ableton, if I'm using Ableton, it's like it's like easy. It's like you know. It's
Ableton's kind of like you're alive. You're making the beat live kind of. Like you gotta like that's where you use the MPC and make the beat from scratch. But then like FL Studio is kind of like you click around and stuff and make something happen. It's not really as hands on as Ableton. I am familiar with Ableton a little bit.
Yeah, it's way easier to use. I've never in my life used an MPC or any other form of like anything for like a music DAW.
Yeah, nowadays you.
I use like FL I've used FL every now and then. Like I actually made like some crazy beats on that shit like a year prior, but right after that I was just like I don't know, something about Ableton. It's so easy to use. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know, like, and what kind of, I mean, like, what I was using, I used, like, fucking, like, 3 plugins at first when I was starting to make beats. It was fucking Nexus, what was that? Contact.
Ooh, Contact is good.
And, I forgot Gladiator.
Gladiator
were, like, the only 3 ones I used for, like, I don't know, a long time. I was stuck on Gladiator. I was stuck on Gladiator. He knows. But
Gladiator's good. I like it. But it always like for some reason it always had problems like because I always had crack stuff. Like I never really.
All my shit's crack.
Yeah, I never really paid for that stuff because like if you can get it for free easily, then why pay for it? So I would always get that stuff cracked. And like there would always be VST plugs. You pay them, they install the stuff on your computer for you.
Bro, I had Nexus, and I remember on Nexus there was this like I don't know what it was. It was a fucking OJ the Juiceman pack. Yeah. It was like I don't know. It was like OJ the Juiceman or somebody from the fucking from the South. And every time I clicked on it, like my session was gone, and I was like, God pray I saved that fucking session right there.
Man,
I
feel you. FL Studio be doing that. Like it'll randomly close or freeze, and then you gotta just hope you saved it.
Yeah. Unless you fucking bought that shit, but most people like they just crack. And I cracked all my shit at first.
Honestly, that's the best way to go.
And then I started going on then I started engineering. I started using Pro Tools, and I used the crack. It wasn't
Pro Tools.
Yeah.
Shoot, I never heard of a Pro Tools crack that's working because like you gotta like buy a license every month or something.
It's like the old, it's Pro Tools.
Oh, the
it's Pro
old
Tools
one.
10.
Yeah,
Like,
that makes sense.
I eventually bought that shit off a student discount, but I was like,
The crack Pro Tools was fucked.
the crack Pro Tools was
Shoot,
fucked.
I know.
You know, it had that scrolling shit. I hate it. It was just stupid. I fucking hated that shit. Eventually, then I started using this shit, and shit started working perfectly.
Yeah, that's true.
Like now, like it's like that shit's never a problem for me.
Yeah, that's good. Well, you pay for it right now, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Honestly, the only thing in music related I'd pay for would be Pro Tools, cause like
You engineer also right now?
I'm trying to learn. I haven't really like sat down and learned it, cause I've been mainly working on like trying to like get better at DJing.
Mm-hmm.
I already got the music production down, so later when I get more free time, I'm gonna learn how to engineer too, so I can do everything.
Yeah, that shit's fucking hard. Like,
Yeah, I know, and it's a lot of like you gotta sit. Like honestly, engineers they really need more credit. Like you gotta sit there and really like, record, do again, and like, you gotta have patience.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I gotta develop that patience more, and then I can be an engineer. Cause you gotta like,
it just depends on how your fucking artist is, because
you gotta develop the artist too. Like you gotta basically you find their sound, cause you gotta get the right auto tune, the right effects on their voice to make them sound like appealing. And then once they find their sound and make a hit with it, they keep using that same sound. So it's like engineers really need more credit, honestly.
Yeah, they fucking a lot. Like I mean, they're starting to get more credit. I noticed like a lot of people like a lot more people like they're starting to transition onto fucking engineering, open up studios and shit.
Studios are.
I mean, it's not necessarily like a famed thing. Like it's not like a super famed thing, because you know it doesn't really require that much of a presence, but it makes money.
Yeah, now it does. The market's big now, because everybody wants to be a rapper now. So everyone's always asking, "Where's the studios?" People in my DMs every day. Hey, where's the studio? At a studio, bro? I'm trying to get studio time. If I had a studio, I'd make too much money. People would stay to me every day. I need a studio. Like everybody's trying to be a rapper nowadays. Everybody's trying to go to the studio.
See, that's the thing I hate. See, I like that, but I also hate that shit. Like the fact
I don't like
the fact that
that
everybody
sometimes.
hates to be a rapper. We have this running joke that goes on in the studio. There's always that one person in the studio who likes to, he knows the joke. There's always that one person in the studio who likes to walk in and like, you know, they're not even a rapper. They never rap.
Yeah, they're just
you know, they'll just be like be on their phone. They'll be like, all right, cool, yeah. They'll be writing something on their phone. They're like all low key about it.
Yeah.
And then they fucking get on that mic. They're like, it's like, all right, bro, it's time to go. Let's go. Hey, yo, engineer, run that shit. Huh?
They start rapping.
They start rapping, and you're just like, and they're like, ooh, like that shit. I'm like, oh my god, you're cringe anytime you walk in.
Yeah.
I mean, so it can work for certain people, because I mean, look at Blueface. He just walked in the studio. He eventually did that shit. But you know, a lot of those people, bro, I'm just like, stop wasting my time. And it's like also the people who want to be a producer every fucking second. I'm like, bro, you never made a beat in your life. Just stop. At this point,
I mean, honestly, nowadays it's easier to do everything. Like, anybody can be a rapper, anybody can be a producer, anybody can be an engineer.
Yeah, but that's the shit. It takes practice before you start doing all that shit.
You gotta have like some type of like dedication, like you want to do it. You gotta be hungry.
Oh yeah.
Like I for sure was definitely hungry with all this. Like I really, and especially like with all the hate, people will be like, you're never gonna do nothing. So like I had to like really like prove everybody. Like I feel like I had a bigger drive than most of these new people that be coming in. Like people try to collab with me every day, like in my DMs, talking about, oh, let's collab, let's work, like, and it's just like you really want it, like, so that's why I be charging sometimes, cause like I could tell there's some producers that are really good that really be like, I don't know if you heard of Chill Out Mar.
I heard of him.
He's like, he just turned 15, and like I could tell he really wants it. He always stays making beats, so like I connected with him good. Like I ain't charge him for a collab, and we did like a lot of records together, and we got some coming out soon, and like he's definitely like somebody I could tell really is like hungry for it, and he's young, so it's like
most rappers don't understand, dude. It takes fucking time until you get good at that shit.
You gotta like go to the studio a lot.
You gotta go to the studio a lot. You gotta I don't know. You gotta invest in yourself.
Pay for beats, pay for studio time.
You gotta fucking pay for that shit. The stress. We used to go to the fucking studio in Glendale. We had a studio in Glendale every week, and we would go every weekend, and that shit was a stress. But like, shit, the music got better as we started going, all the time. Well, we did that for like, I mean, I was with them for like only a certain time, but I was like going for like two years straight with them to the fucking studio. That shit fucking.
That's a good thing though. Like, it doesn't really go bad. Like you're always gonna get better. It's like you're not gonna get worse really. Like it's like you only go up from here. Like you don't really get worse. Like the more you go, the more time you get better. You're not gonna get worse. So like people like I was like they're hungry enough, they'll get better. You just gotta keep being consistent, and you'll get better.
Yeah.
Eventually, something's gonna pop off. Eventually, really.
Yeah, that shit fucking. It's stressful though. It is. I will admit, like for a lot of people, it's stressful. But dude, like, come on. If you're gonna be pursuing this as a fucking 24/7, like, get over it. Go to the fucking studio. Like that's all I have to fucking say to all those people. Like, who just want to be a rapper 1 minute.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Some people really just want attention. Like they just want to be a rapper just to be a rapper, just like a rapper, or like they want attention. And, like,
Bro, in this climate, it's the worst. This is the worst climate for music, honestly, for people trying to get in the industry and how they'll get in the industry.
doing dumb stuff.
Like, fucking cloud chasing is the stupidest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Like, everybody fucking, like, I'll be going through, like, Twitter and shit. I'll be like, bro, this is the dumbest shit. This is like honestly, this is like the worst. This is the worst it's ever been. But I mean, for certain people who actually do it with passion, like rapping with a passion, that's like the most respect I'll ever give them. And as far as your connections, I know you said you got connected with like Almighty Suspect. I know you said you got connected with. Well, of course, we already talked about Blueface and YBN. Are you in any way connected though with TK?
TK Barron.
TK Barron.
He hit me because I gotta sign some paperwork because we about to drop some music, so you know I need the money. So he hit me talking about paperwork and stuff. So I got his personal contact now. Like now
just for royalties and
royalties. I need my advance
and all that shit.
Yeah, all that stuff, all that good stuff. Like I don't really like paperwork, but I mean honestly, people don't understand. There's like business before actual music. Like you got to get your paperwork straight. You need a lawyer. You need to have all your legal stuff because. Like in the industry, they're gonna try to make as much money as they can, and not make sure that you don't know that you could be making money too. Cause
I think it was I forgot who it was, Sir Mix-a-Lot, who talked about it. He says something about your publishing deal right before you release music. He says that before royalties, before anything, the one thing you want to get in order is your publishing because he says I got that in check and I'm still living the same way I lived since Baby got back, and like he just said like that kind of shit has to be in order before anything goes down on the legal side of music.
Yeah, definitely. Well, definitely he probably whatever paperwork you sign, have a lawyer look at it before and know what you're signing, because sometimes there be stuff saying like you're not gonna get this money, we get the rights to this part. Like it's a lot.
Was that
of
the same
stuff.
thing for Next Big Thing? They sent you some paperwork?
Nah, I actually never really got paperwork for that. Because the song was like a regular, like, that was a song, like, you didn't really know it was going to blow up. Like, it was a SoundCloud song. And then it later on iTunes. And then, like, I mean, I'm collecting royalties for it, yeah. Like, I'm collecting some money for it now. Because I honestly, I just got signed up for my BMI. Like, my royalties, I just signed up. Because I really never thought I was going to get this far. Like, I never thought I would be having like songs in the clubs, like when I first like people like they talk down on me a lot. So sometimes I would kind of believe that like maybe I'm not going to, but then just started popping off. So I had to get more serious. I had to get my royalties. I had to sign up for BMI, audio administration, so I get paid for the streams and everything. So now I'm still waiting for my royalty check because I signed up late. So you gotta wait like 6 to 9 months for your first check. So I'm still waiting for mine. Yeah.
It was every 6 months?
When you first start off, I guess it's 6 to 9 months, and then after that, it's a period of every 2 months you get paid. Yeah.
And that was just, as far as Nahmir's music though, like I mean that shit's still sealed though. The freestyle song.
Yeah, he still got that. That's still like we haven't dropped it yet. I don't really know if we're gonna drop it or I don't know. We might just drop it. I don't know. I've been talking about it. He said I don't know.
He DM'd you?
DM me about like what part?
About the song or Nahmir?
I asked him about it. I was like, when we dropping this, he's like, I don't want to say too much about it because I don't know for sure exactly like what he's doing, but we gonna drop it probably soon maybe Cause it's kind of like it's hit worthy. Like the song, if you look at the video, it got like I think 3 million plays on the Instagram. So if we drop it, like who knows how many streams it's gonna get.
Yeah. I remember when I first saw that, I was like, oh shit, like this shit's fucking. I was like, this shit's fucking hard at first.
Yeah, honestly, like I really don't be thinking like ahead. Like I sometimes be thinking like I'll make a beat that's like, oh, this is whatever, and then it just gets bigger than what it really is. Like, cause you don't have a say in what people think.
Mm-hmm.
Like some other people think it's hard. Sometimes you think it's not.
Sometimes it's the delivery of the person. Sometimes it's just like the.
I feel like on that beat though, it was the beat. Like I don't even think it was delivery people, because there was so many people that rapped on it, but the beat in general, like people wanted it. Like they wanted to do something to it. Like I had a lot of people that weren't even rappers that rapped on the beat, and then it's like, you know, just people wanted to make videos to it. Because back then it was like a challenge. Like people wanted to like see how many likes they get. Oh, tag this person. You know, like it was just a whole thing, a whole phase.
How'd you feel when you found out that Drake fucked with the next big thing?
Man, I woke up. I literally woke up, and I went on Twitter, and people was all like, "Oh, Drake's messing with YikeMike. It's over. IE's on the map." I was like, "Huh? What are they talking about?" And people were DMing me saying, "Bro, Drake is making a song with you." I was like, "Huh? Wait, what are you talking about?" And then I went on Instagram, and I seen Blueface posted a screenshot of the next big thing's my anthem and Tatiana. And I was like, wait, what? Like, is this real? Like, I thought it was like, I didn't think it was real at first. And then Drake followed him, and I was like, okay, this is real. Like, he really said that. And then people, like, my followers started booming. I started getting a bunch of followers, booming. People was DMing me for beats. Like, people was, like, trying to interview me. And, like,
I think I saw one of your interviews. It was, I forgot, it was Bo Jackman.
Oh, yeah, Bo Jackman.
Bo Jackman. Yeah. I saw that interview. I was like going through that. You wore the Iron Maiden shirt on that shit.
Yeah, it was crazy because that was my first interview, and it was the exact same day as today. This was the same interview.
Wait, it was the exact same.
Yes, I graduated. Yes, I graduated yesterday. My sister graduated yesterday from Rancho. I went to Rancho High School.
Oh.
And they graduated yesterday. Interview was the next day, so that's kind of like the same thing today.
What part of IE are you from though?
Rancho Cucamonga.
Oh, I used to live in fucking Pomona, like around that time, so like around the area.
Yeah, that's like towards LA, right?
Yeah, I was right across from DR Diamond Ranch. Yeah, I was like right across from there, but I was just in this fucking gated community. That shit, it was garbage living there, honestly. Yeah, this shit was whack.
I feel you.
But that shit's crazy though, fucking. I remember when I was hearing like, oh yeah, Drake's gonna work with Blueface. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and everybody was telling me like,
I was like, I heard this guy yesterday through Instagram, and I was like, what the fuck? And now, because I remember like, I think the first time I ever really heard him, it was just in passing. It was when he fucking said, it was like when he kept saying, it was like this meme. It was like this meme. It was like, the meat show shit.
Oh yeah. He had a lot of memes.
Yeah, welcome to the meat show. I was like, I was straight laughing when I heard that shit, and I was like, Drake's working with this guy. I was like, oh shit.
Honestly, yeah, I was like, Drake's really like, but the thing is, Drake is smart though. He catches people before they go up, and then he gets them like on. But I don't think it was because of Drake that got Blueface on. I think he was gonna get on regardless. I feel like I don't think the Drake. I feel like that would have. Yeah, I feel like regardless of Drake,
he was already popping with the Dead Lokes and all that shit.
Yeah, Dead Lokes, Tatiana.
Yeah, for a while, honestly.
Yeah, since like 2017. But I remember like I first heard him when around that time he got signed to Cash Money and shit too.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when he did that. I heard about that, and then he announced it like a couple months later. I think it was. I was like,
the next big thing.
No, that he signed to Cash Money West. Like it was a new label being formed. Like
it's fucking Whack 100.
Yeah.
All them. At first, but you basically or were you talking about royalties? You basically get it off Cash Money West or?
Nah, I honestly don't know how that really works. I know it's the whole like you register your songs. I don't know if because I know he hit up another producer about the whole songs, like the whole song thing, like, oh, I'm gonna pay you for either an advance or for like a royalty, like for a long term. And I know he hit up one of my friends who made some beats for Blueface, and he's getting an advance or whatever, but he never really contacted me yet. Like Wack hasn't really got to me about that song.
He's ever gotten to you about?
And Wax never reached out to me about nothing, about none of the songs I did with him.
Damn.
So it's like I don't know. Like I know it's a lot of things I could do, but I'm just gonna wait to see how it plays out. Like
until fucking the next until like
yeah, because I got some more songs with him. I got some more songs with Blueface coming out.
Oh really?
Yeah.
He already recorded some more beats. That was it from that? You said you sent him a stack of beats or some shit, right?
Nah,
or
this was
or
old.
you just like.
The last time I got a song, I was in the studio with him and he recorded it. Like he recorded a song, and then I was in that studio session with Quavo when he was with Quavo and Mustard and
you were in the studio
Osiris.
session with Quavo?
Yeah, it was me, Scum,
Scum Beats.
Yeah, Scum Beats, Mike Crook, and then it was Blueface, Quavo, Osiris, and Mustard. And that's when Blueface and Quavo made their song. They got a couple songs coming out, and then I don't even know. I think I'm saying too much, but yeah, there's some music coming out. But yeah, I was at that studio session, and that was like the last time I really like got in a session with him. This was back like last year, November type.
Oh yeah, that was around the time when I heard of him. It was like it's like when we just got in the studio and shit. Like when we started like working out the space, I was like, that's when I started like hearing about. What's the writing process usually like?
And they invited me to that session. I was like, all right, so it's gonna be a lot of music I'm gonna be on next couple months.
But what's Blueface's writing process usually like for what is it, like? Is he just like usually just go in the booth and just record, or he's like write that shit down?
When I went in there, I just showed him a beat, and he was like, I want something I can sing to, kind of, because the song I got with him, he's singing on it. He's not really rapping. He's singing on it, so he's like, I want something I can sing to. So I showed him some beats that like you could sing on, really. And he's like, I want that one. So I think I got to the studio at like 8, and we left at like, I don't know the exact time, but I got home late. We ended up leaving late because he recorded that whole song and I was there, and he just literally just sits on the chair, plays with his hair, classic light skin, like we'd be playing our hair, our curls, and he was just sitting there writing to the whole song. So he just sits there and writes, I guess. Like he listens to the beat a lot and then just that's when I was there. I don't know if he has his own like different techniques.
You said this is a singing record?
Yeah, he's singing on it. Like he has auto tune.
Oh, it's like singing rapping kind of, or is it just like or is it just like that one Jockey song that he really?
Not like that singing. Like, it's more like kind of, I don't know how to explain it really. It's kind of like some new sound. I feel like it might be good. It might be good when it comes out.
But it's still on that that whole West Coast bounce, like that song. Yeah. And Quavo's also on it?
No, he's not on that one.
Or he just so happened to be
This happened at a different time. This happened after. The Quavo stuff, that session happened after when I got in the studio and made that song. That happened later.
The Quavo session, that was LA. All right.
You said that was what?
That was in LA, right?
Yeah, it was in LA. Yeah.
But he just so happened to he just came for a Blueface's session at that time, right? Or it was just or he just happened to be there.
I don't know exactly how it happened, but all I know is I got invited to the session. They said, "Oh, Quavo's gonna be there." I was like, "All right, bet. Quavo's gonna be there. It's gonna be some networking going on. Mustard's gonna be there. Some other people. I didn't even know YK Osiris was gonna be there. He was just there. Like I didn't know he was.
Oh, YK Osiris. Oh yeah, you said YK Osiris.
Yeah, he was there, and then I don't know if I got to the session later none, but they was all there already, and they was listening to music already. And then Mustard previewed that Pure Water that came out. I heard all that before it came out, and then Blueface and Quavo already had a song, I guess, that they did, so they was playing that, and then they got that song, and it's like a couple songs coming out, and then when I got there, we was just listening to music, and it was kind of like a vibe session. It wasn't really working because like. I was like kind of like a small, like I'm a small producer, like I'm not really big, so like I was just there kind of like for the experience, and like sitting down, listening, vibing to the new music, really. But it's like I learned a lot, and I was honestly grateful for the session because I got to learn a lot and like be with like big people that are like really like changing the world basically. Like people are listening to this music on the radio every day, like it's that type of thing.
No, fucking Tatiana's playing everywhere, all that.
Yeah,
shit.
every day. That's a lot of money. Like, I want to make a song like that, like, that's every day. Like, Scum really was clever with that Tatiana track.
Scum Beats, yeah, I heard of him. He has a lot of hot shit.
He does.
Him, Ladiano.
Yeah, Ladiano, Mike Crook, and FB.
FB?
FB.
Yeah, I think I heard him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That and you also ever connected with? Because I know this is like a big producer right now, but you ever connected with Ron Ron?
Yeah. The first like LA track I ever did, like first LA like placement, like for LA rapper, was a collaboration I did with Ron Ron, and that was with a LA rapper, and that was like my first collaboration. Like my first LA collaboration producer was Ron Ron, and then
He just sent you a beat, or
I sent him a beat, and he finished it, and then
he just added onto it.
yeah, and then that was back when, and the reason I hit him was because of Frosty and Almighty were booming.
Oh yeah.
That's when I started learning about that new wave, and then Draco, like Frosty, Draco, Ralphie, and Frosty, Draco, Ralphie, and Almighty Suspect, like were like the new founders of like the new LA wave. And then like I was listening to that music a lot in high school, like freshman year, sophomore year. It was all like Frosty and Draco and Almighty.
This was when he was like free. Draco was free and shit, right?
Yeah, they was free. Everybody was free. And then I was like, I want to learn. I found out who made the beat, and I contacted him, and I was like, we should work. And we started making a couple beats. We had a couple collabs, but and then we started getting big. Like now it's like I don't know. Like the producer community is kind of weird. Like they'll get big and they'll just forget about everybody. Like I'm not saying him necessarily, but like just like producers in general.
What's his name? You know who Bruce 24K is?
Yeah, he's
the one who did Pressure
from the IE. Yeah, right.
He's from the IE.
Pretty sure.
I'm not too sure because like I just started like following him and shit. But
yeah,
it was like right around the time that I started listening to Pressure, I got notice of him. But
he did a lot for Radio Bass.
What was it?
He did a lot of tracks for Radio Bass. That's how I heard of him.
Oh.
He did a lot of like tracks for Radio Bass a lot because that was all IE based. Like I heard he's from out here in the IE, but a lot of people think he's from LA. It's like
yeah, he said like what you said about fucking producers kind of get weird after a while. Like yeah, he said that, but it was the other way around. It was like rappers get weird and then like they like throw down the producer and shit.
That's kind of funny because I seen him at the mall and I was like, hey, he's like, I was like, what's up? We should work. He's like, oh yeah, hit me. I hit him. Like never got back to me. So I was like, because I was thinking about like, yeah, he did say like he would like make a lot of videos about.
Yeah,
that.
he like recently started making some videos. And he was like, yeah. So why is it that when rappers all of a sudden get big, like why is it that they just like leave the producer, never call them back? Like
yeah, I seen that video, and then I was thinking like, well, I hit you and you never got back to me, and like you would say, oh, let's do something, and then like I don't know. It's like I feel like it's for producers. Producers do that too. Like not necessarily him, but like I've hit a lot of producers and like they got like even when they was young, like they wasn't making hits like that, and now they got hits. Like they get
that one hit, and then it gets to their fucking head.
Yeah, like with me, like I'll still be tapped in with everybody. I be tapped in with everybody. Like I collab with a ton of producers all the time. All the young producers, all the new upcoming producers. I collab a lot. I like to be networking. I like to be tapped in because when you I feel like when you do something good for somebody, they'll repay the favor. Like they'll like kind of like, oh, you did this for them, so they're gonna repay you back greater when they get on.
Bro, the producer community, a lot of it is just like, I mean, I don't know. I kind of think of it like this. I hate the fucking people who act Hollywood in this music industry, but they don't.
I don't like that either.
They don't make $1 off their fucking music. That shit's whack.
Yeah.
That's the that's the stupidest shit. Like when nobody makes $1 off of their music, but still like acts like they're fucking.
It's kind of like a clout thing. Like a lot of producers have like a lot of following, so like they kind of get that like celebrity kind of thing. Like they're kind of big, but like it's just kind of weird to me. Like that whole industry thing is kind of weird to me. I don't really like that. Like that whole Hollywood thing. Like people be my DMs talking about, oh yeah, I like how you're not Hollywood. Like I'm just regular. Like I don't like that Hollywood stuff, so I'm not gonna be hypocrite and be Hollywood back to people. Like
the thing I hate about 2017, and it kind of gives me bad vibes because of this. I mean, I like a lot of the artists that came out. Like a lot of good music was coming out at that time.
Yeah.
But the thing I hate about 2017 was like every motherfucker was on Melrose and like
that whole Melrose phase, Supreme and
shit, and then all of a sudden they act all fucking like
hype beast. Like it was definitely a style change. I noticed that.
No, yeah.
Like females would start to wear high waters and like dye their hair, wear like them net stuff and chip nails, and they would wear Vans and think they're a fashion. Like that whole phase, like it was weird, and guys started wearing like you know, like High Waters, V-Lone, like Fashion Killers, like that whole phase.
They started wearing
Revenge,
like,
Ian Connor revenge stuff, like that whole phase, like people will start changing their look, acting different, do drugs.
I know they.
It was a whole phase. I thought it was weird.
Shit, they'll be sitting there fucking like this.
Yeah, the Yeezys, they'd have Yeezys. Oh, your Yeezys are fake, bro. Like that whole phase.
Dude, I hate those.
That
people,
whole
bro.
phase.
Shut
The Yeezys
fuck
was
like, stop talking about my shoes for God's sake. Just,
yeah, like
you
people were trying to
dollar,
like
bro.
people like I feel like guys are trying to impress guys. Like you're trying to impress a guy for having Yeezys and clothes. Like I don't care about what you think. I want if anything, I want to care what females think. Like I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. Like I could wear a Pro Club and still probably pull a girl, and you're wearing all this V-Lone. You're wearing a purse. Like come on, like you look goofy.
Bro,
but it was the thing, and people would make fun of you like if you didn't have like Yeezys or Stripe like shirts, like.
I used to get in so much problems with those types of people.
Man, it was weird. Like, and then they would always be off drugs and stuff, perks. Like, it was weird to me.
They'd be off the perk, and they'd be like, bro, shit's fake.
Yeah, like, hey, bro, is your real? Is that a real? Like, bro.
I'm sorry, I'm wearing a Pro Club, like you said, and I'm
yeah.
like, come on, bro. But I mean, I didn't understand that scene. Then like,
I for sure know what you're talking about. I remember that scene. I remember that wave.
Yeah. Then this is why I like the West Coast shit because everybody's like more humble.
Yeah.
Like,
now it's more like you do what you want to do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the IE and shit. It's not all fucking Melrose and I mean, like
YouTubers and stuff.
Like, love to a lot of the
YouTubers.
rappers out there. Yeah, like love to a lot of the rappers out there and shit. But like, I mean, it's the people who are like disrespectful in the game that I don't understand. But now it's like everybody's so like, you know, they'll go up to you. It's all that type of shit.
Yeah, it's honestly, I feel like it's more love nowadays. It's more love. It's getting more. It's getting there. And then like. Rest in peace Nipsey, but like with that death, like I feel like that kind of like paved way for people to like be more supportive and
right after Nipsey's death, a lot of people started changing.
Yeah, a lot of people started changing. Like they realizing like, yeah, I can't keep doing it. I can't keep getting all bad vibes. I gotta be positive, spread positivity, help people. And then one important thing was invest. Like he really wanted people to invest their money and stop getting liabilities and start getting more assets. Like really invest. Like he was trying to really like teach.
Yeah, I always looked up to Nipsey as just the guy like just talking game all the time. He was always he was just fucking always saying something about fucking investing. Especially that one video that popped, the one from like back then where he was like, I'm gonna invest in some property.
Yeah, I seen that video.
Yeah, anytime I watch that video, I'm just like, this guy. I mean, he did all that shit. One of the most respected guys. I always looked at it as like this guy was smart as fuck in every aspect, and yeah, rest in peace. That shit fucking sucked.
Yeah, it does.
I was like walking into work one day, and then like I saw it. They said like on Twitter or some shit he got shot, and I was like,
and then they said he was dead. Like
yeah, like I was like, I pray to God he's not dead. And then like
man, I didn't think he was gonna die.
Went by, Drake said something about rest in peace Nipsey. I was like, fuck,
that's crazy.
Sucks. Especially for LA, like that shit sucked.
Yeah, it was really like it did hurt LA a lot. Like it for sure changed LA a lot.
Yeah. And then when I found out his memorial was at Staples Center, I was like, damn, that shit's fucking hard.
Tickets sold out instantly too.
Yeah.
For that.
I was even thinking about buying a ticket for that shit. I was like,
it was free.
Yeah,
they weren't trying to make a profit like off it.
I didn't even know. I was like,
people were selling tickets too. Like, why are you trying to profit off? Like, you was selling.
That shit sucks. I was like, I heard about it. I'm like, oh shit, it's happening at Staples Center.
Yeah, that's big too. Like, that's how you know like he really did. He did a lot, and it impacted a lot of people too.
That shit fucking sucks. Like, honestly, I started listening to Victory Lap too. That's the thing I liked about him too, artistically, because like all his fans were saying like, this is the album we've been waiting for. Like they were all like, this is the craziest shit. Of course, like didn't win a Grammy, but you know,
surprised he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of thinking in my head like, I already know what's gonna happen, but it was a crazy album too.
Yeah.
Victory Lap had a lot of good songs. I fucked with that shit. He has like a certain type of fan base. It's like
he does, yeah.
Yeah, you have to really adjust your ear to that type of music. I also listened to a lot of his shit from back then. I started listening to like most of the songs on Crenshaw, his $100 mixtape. I was like, that shit's fucking hard. you worked on a lot of projects too, but you also got a project for yourself coming out right now.
Yeah, I'm working on my own little project. I'm gonna drop for the summer. Like honest, like the way it's going right now, everybody's trying to like take over the summer. Like you got a lot of producers, rappers trying to like take over the summer, like be the official like sound of the summer. Cause like everyone's trying to make this summer go up. Like summer 16 was like the best summer. I feel like I can speak for everybody. Summer 16 was
Metro Boomin was popping at that time, so
Yeah.
he had shit with not Gucci Mane. Oh yeah, he
Everybody.
had shit with 21 Savage.
Yeah, everybody.
He had Drop Top Whoppin', I think in like 2017, but 2016 I remember he had like that whole what's it called project? What was it? I forgot which one it was. It was going with X and No Heart.
That was I know it was the
Savage
album.
Mode. Savage Mode. It was
Yeah.
the 21 Savage one, but I remember like he had like project after project.
He was dropping a lot of hits and then just vanished.
I know.
He just dropped that Not All Heroes Wear Capes. Isn't that the
Not All Heroes Wear Capes.
Yeah, and that he's been quiet since then. But
I fucked with him at a time, and then I don't know. I guess I heard once I heard Pierre Bourne, I was like, that shit's fucking hard.
The new sound, like I'm telling you, the sound just
the
keeps
distorted
evolving. And then
808s
Tay
and-
Keith.
Tay Keith, yeah, he's tight. Right now, I'm fucking with like Ron's music. I mean, I fucked with Ron's music for a minute on Shoreline shit.
B-Boy, you gotta give B-Boy credit too.
Oh yeah,
B-Boy did a lot of that
B-Boy.
stuff too.
Yeah, Bruce 24K. I hit him up. I don't know, like he didn't respond, but like.
Oh, Bruce?
Yeah, Bruce 24K.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like producers be saying like, oh, Hollywood, but
Yeah,
like,
see that shit. Yeah, dude. That.
Like I don't know. Like I'm not trying to say nothing bad, but like you feel me? Like
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna say nothing if I'm not gonna mean it. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I understand people probably get a lot of DMs, but like I get a lot of DMs and I still I sit there and reply to everybody. Like I like to like I don't want to give off that vibe like oh I'm Hollywood or something. Like I want to be cool with everybody.
It's the person who's hungriest in this fucking game. It's not that fucking, like.
Just that person that was just like
Once you stop like you start being all Hollywood, that's when you're like comfortable. And,
yeah, like you're
I'm
settled
gonna stay
in.
in this place for a little too long, and then it's gonna be a straight line from there. I don't get it, but I mean I only fuck with the people who are like, oh yeah, they reach their hand out.
Yeah, I like to reach out to people. Not so much like oh handouts, but like help people.
But,
Put them in the right track. Because I know a lot of people talk about that too. Oh, you want a handout. Like sometimes it's just leading people in the right direction.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm fucking with like Bruce 24K. Like as far as producing, Ladiano, as we talked about.
Yeah.
Like your shit I'm fucking with a lot.
Oh yeah, thank you.
And speaking of producer projects, he also had Oh Boy also had a project that released in December though.
Who did?
Oh Boy, the producer.
Oh, you dropped some?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
So
hard.
Oh Boy, they need this.
Just featured a bunch of artists on it.
Yeah.
Oh, who were the artists on it?
He's the main artist on it. 360
G2
and
from 808 Mafia is on it.
Oh yeah. 808 Mafia is big. They got
Yeah.
a lot of people in 808 Mafia. It's like a whole pyramid scheme with them. Like they got a lot of members.
You fuck with 808 Cartel?
I heard of them. That was back like when I was making my trap beats. Like the whole thing was pay for collabs, pay for collabs, pay for collabs. So I was honestly spending like a lot of money paying producers for collabs and not going nowhere.
Yeah.
But like when I got into the West Coast scene, it's kind of more friendlier. Like I got collab with a lot of producers for free, and like got me like in a good position. But like that trap scene, they always want money. Like the MPC cartel, I don't know.
I don't know MPC Cartel. But
They was basically like a group of producers, and like if you pay them for a collab, you're basically gonna get a placement. So it was a lot of producers that would pay them for collabs, and they would get a placement. Like you're guaranteed, basically you're paying for a guaranteed placement with them. And then I haven't heard nothing about them recently, but yeah,
MPC Cartel.
the MPC cartel, yeah.
Yeah, we're just kind of connected with some of the people on 808 Cartel though. So yeah, they had like DJ Flip, of course.
Yeah, DJ Flip. I hear a lot of DJ Flip nowadays. Like that. Do you know Hook from the IE?
Hook?
Female rapper.
I think so.
Yeah, she got some stuff with Flip and it was a hit. Like the 90s song, that song blew up.
You know
Yeah.
Five?
Produced by Five.
Yeah, he's from 808 Cartel. He's with Flip.
I don't think I've heard of Five before. I gotta hear probably something he did.
Yeah.
Cause like some producers I know of their sound, but I don't know their tag or their name. Cause some producer tags aren't really like out there like that to where you know like that's them.
Yeah, like that was just like the whole scene. I remember like it was Geek on a Bitch. I think he produced that. DJ Flip. He like I don't know. He's like the main guy of 808 Cartel. Yeah, he's the main guy of 808 Cartel, and he did that one song with DJ Flip and I think like Polo Boy Shawty.
Yeah, Polo Boy, all them that plug type wave.
Yeah, it was
that
the
was
plug.
like 2017, I think.
Yeah.
Everybody was trying to make plug type beats. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that plug?
People would put that plug sound in the Vox, and Polo Boy would be hot. Like it's not a Vox, it's a tag. Like it's copyrighted. Like he would get tripping. He made a whole YouTube video about it too. He was, I don't want y'all using my.
Polo Boy said this?
Yeah, he made a YouTube video saying it's not a Vox, it's a tag. Like so, please don't use it. Thank you. Like he made a whole video. I was like, dang.
That's like the Southside thing too. The siren. He said that was his tag, and a lot of people were using it.
Yeah, whistle was like the Kill Bill whistle.
Oh, the Kill Bill. Yeah.
He was saying like that was his tag.
I mean,
I know.
that was a sample though,
It's
so
not really.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's not really.
Do you know how many people use that shit?
Yeah.
That's why I know that was weird.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy though. Fucking Southside, he just be on some shit every time.
Yeah.
On Instagram and all that. Who's that artist by the way? It was a Hook you said?
Yeah, Hook.
Mm-hmm. She's a singer right
She's
now.
a rapper, female rapper.
Oh, she
got like her own sound that's going up right now.
Mm-hmm. The only female artist I know right now, I don't know if she's clicked with like the AZ gang, but her name is AZ Ja. That's the only like female rapper that I know coming out right now.
I've never heard of her.
Mm-hmm.
I probably have to hear of her too, but I don't really know.
But shit, that like but you say you're gonna be dropping a project anytime soon.
Yeah, either just my project or I got messing with MCM Raymond. Have you heard of?
Who is it?
MCM Raymond.
Every
Every week at Neighborhood Hoochies, or Neighborhood Hoochie, like all the females love his songs.
MC,
like,
where's he
MCM
from?
Raymond. He's from LA, I think.
He's from LA.
Yeah. So like he like all the females love his songs. Like I always go on his Instagram. Females are always playing his music, and that's good marketing because if you control the females, you control the guys. Because the guys are gonna listen to whatever the females are listening to.
Yeah, that's
Tatiana, Act Up.
That's really how we just judge the music nowadays. We're just like, if the females move to this shit,
females
I
like
don't give a
it,
fuck
the
about
guys
your
are gonna
opinion.
like
Yeah,
it.
just
I know I like.
yeah.
It's all about the women.
It's all about the women. Like if you go in the clubs, like the women are dancing to it, the
Yeah.
guys are gonna dance, obviously.
Yeah, we'll have some girls in the studio, and then we'll test it out.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, if they're dancing to that shit, we're like, okay, this is a fucking hit.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's like, it's just opinion at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't fucking wait for that project, bro. That's gonna be crazy.
Definitely going hard. I'm doing I wouldn't say I'm doing so much like my own project because it's gonna be like they're not gonna want to like it's so much like stuff I gotta do like paperwork. So it's probably gonna be as much like I do
Oh
a
yeah,
project.
you have to go through like paperwork to certain artists.
Yeah, paperwork of getting like I'm not really good with all that stuff. So I'll probably do like a project with like an artist will do their own project and I'll probably like it will be like a 2-way collab. But it won't be so much just mine. It will be like both of ours. And I'll do it. And I'm doing like some other rappers too. Like it's me and so and so, me and so and so, me and so and so. Like not so much just me, and then all the rappers are doing on my project. It's like kind of their project in a way.
A lot of rappers though are coming out of the IE though, right?
Yeah, it's starting to go like Fiend Team. I don't know if you heard the Fiend Team, but they're like a group of rappers going up in IE too. Like along with Hook. You heard the Fiend Team?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the Fiend Team is starting to slowly go up too. Like, Fiend Team and Hook are like some people to watch out for. And then you got like Ty Malik and Radio Bass and Cali Staggs.
I heard of Cali Stacks.
Yeah, Cali Staggs been doing music for a minute. Like he's an OG for sure.
Cam Nar, Noah James, like that.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Cam Nar, Noah James, like they're out there. They're like more like Ontario Riverside area, but it's like all IE shit.
Yeah, I feel like the time is gonna come where they start like Hook is definitely gonna get IE people on the map for sure.
Big, IE's big.
Yeah, it is.
She's mostly on some like West Coast shit.
You gotta listen to it. It's kind of like I don't know if to call it West Coast or kind of like a trap or I don't know. It's new sound. That's why it's like a new sound. And she got her own little sound. It's kind of like a Chike type, like no melody, just all drum.
It's just drums.
Yeah.
That shit's booming right now.
Yeah, it
He's
is.
like fucking strapped up.
Yeah, Chike for sure. I don't care what nobody say. He for sure. I think he started that. That whole just drums, no melody. Like when I made the beats for him, he said, "I don't want no melody, no piano. I just want drums."
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in the studio with Flip and Chike, and yeah, Chike was like, "You don't use no melody."
He don't like no piano, melody, nothing, just drums.
Yeah, I was like, that was different.
That was confusing at first for me.
It was for me too. When he told me that, I was like, "How are you gonna make some? If you play music on a phone, you're not gonna hear like the bass, that like the drums and stuff. You're just gonna hear vocals. But if you're in a car or somewhere at a party, you're gonna hear the bass and all other sounds."
It was
So
confusing
like,
for me at a time. Also, I was just like, "Fuck." I don't really understand it because I was just like so used to listening to melodies. But then when I started listening to Chike's music, I was just like,
he know how to make it work.
Yeah,
his voice,
the way he says it.
Yeah. It's all like you just gotta like his voice takes the place of the melody. I feel like.
Yeah,
like, it fills in the gaps.
That's the whole offbeat thing though. It's like it started popping though.
You think it's offbeat his flow?
I mean, no, offbeat it's like in a good way though. Like it's just like I mean he says it a certain way that sounds cool though.
Yeah,
it just sounds like laid back though.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about his music. And it's also underground, which is also cool, and that's what I fuck with. He actually performed down the street, by the way, at Original Mics, and I was just like, oh shit, Chike's performing.
Yeah, he's at Rolling Loud too.
What's up?
He was at Rolling Loud too.
Yeah, he was at Rolling Loud.
He's definitely established. Like he's only gonna get bigger. Like I was gonna say, like you only get better. You don't get worse, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I really fuck with his music. I fuck with a lot of music. I'm starting to fuck with also some music that's coming out the IE, and also like I'm just proud that the fucking West Coast is coming up right now.
Honestly, because it's always down south music that's on the radio, like trap, like Lil Baby, like all that type of music is on the radio. It's not really LA. It was like YG was like the last person on the radio really. Like that's LA sound is YG. Like you don't hear no like One Take J or Chike or Almighty Suspect on the radio. Blueface is like now the new person that's from LA, kind of putting like he didn't really start the sound, but he's putting LA on the map kind of because he's like on the he's from LA and he's like he was underground SoundCloud, now he's on the radio like mainstream. So now it's getting like a lot of other people on the radio. Like look at.
One Take J, he's funny as shit.
He is funny. Like I like how he's himself. He's not like he don't act like somebody he's not.
I saw him. I actually was right next to him at after the Shoreline show. We were walking. We were going to our parking lot. It was at the Shrine.
Yeah.
We were walking up the parking lot, and I remember it was right after a fight. I don't know who got in it, but police got involved right after the shit, and they said something about One Take J, and I was just like, I don't know One Take J. I started walking up, and I looked left. And I'm like, oh shit, it's One Take J, and he was like, I don't know, he was stressed out, but he was just, what's good, bro? How you doing?
Yeah, he's cool.
I was like, you had a crazy show. He was funny as shit though.
Yeah, he's really funny.
That also is coming back, the whole comedy shit and rap, it's all happy.
Yeah, just be yourself really. Don't take stuff too serious.
Yeah, that's all music is.
Yeah, it really is. That's how you find your own sound, being yourself.
Well, man, thank you so much for being on my show. By the way,
Thanks
it was
for
a pleasure talking to you. You know what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just a pleasure talking to you. I like a lot of the shit that you've been putting out.
Yeah, more coming soon. It's gonna be some good music coming out. So
Yeah.
I'm just waiting.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. You have entered the dungeon. Thank you so much.